Desda Zuckerman.
Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to see you, and I'm so pleased and honored for you to be here all the way from China, I understand. And we also have our friends from Canada. And Susanna, hi, honey. It's so good to see you, Janice. Hello, sweetie pie. You guys, it's wonderful to get together and to tune into the field that we all share, loving connection, and raise the frequency. It's always something we enjoy. And I tell you, I have loved so much teaching this last few years. It seems the people that are coming to me in these classes are so incredibly open and ready to learn. So I am totally digging it, and I'm glad you're here with me today. Welcome to the third class of our Practical Spirituality series. So let's all consciously together, if we could, open the sacred anatomy field for learning. So let's take a nice deep breath and simply open to the energetic field of sacred anatomy, which is a very strong field holding lots and lots of people, maybe as many as 100,000 people now across the planet. So we're all joining together in harmony and joy. Let's set our intention today for this class to open up to our own mystical connection between mind and body. And as always, the clear transmission of new ideas and fresh ways of seeing life that inspire, enliven, awaken, and give us a really good time. Because I'm all about enjoying what we're doing. I think that's critically important to each of us. So ask yourself, is your lack of internal connection slowing your life path to a crawl? Is it maybe not a crawl, but is it slowed down from a brisk walk that was very pleasant to kind of a stroll? Has your life path shown the effects of a dropped internal connection and awareness? It's something to really consider, because I think a lot of the time we spend many minutes and hours in a week, certainly, thinking about how we can improve ourselves and do a better job in our relationships and our work and our connections with each other. So we're always trying to kind of buff ourselves up. And I think maybe one of the places we drop or that doesn't get brought into the equation is how the spirit, the heart, the mind, and the body actually connect. How does that really happen? Or maybe instead of your life path slowing to a crawl, it's too fast. There's too much internal dialogue. There's, the focus is all over the place. Your multitasking has become your way of life, and maybe you have too much internal focus. There's another one that happens to people, like it's all about me all the time. And, the question I have to ask is, are you really that interesting? And that, for me, that's the one, is like, okay, when I start taking myself too seriously, I have to stop and go, okay, how interesting is this conversation really? So is the need to make sense of why things are happening in your life actually disquieting you? Because what we want to do as spiritually aware people is we want to live in the calm of awareness, the stillness within. And we want to incorporate into that stillness the kindness of an open heart. So sometimes our lives disquiet us and cause us to feel like we're really off of our path. We're off of that spiritual equilibrium. You know, we're in the struggle. We're in the struggle. So if that's happening for you, any of those iterations are happening for you, you may have lost your own mind-body mystery. And we know that for life to be enthralling, exciting, vibrant, we have to have a little bit of mystery, don't we? It's just like that connection to your beloved. You know, if you're lucky enough to have somebody you can call your beloved, you want a little mystery in there. And it's important to have the mystery in your mind-body connection. Because you may have been stuck in an overly dominant mind, or maybe a lackluster body. Maybe your body is, you know, it's about your metabolism, or you're 20 pounds overweight, or maybe more. And you just, oh, it's just, I'm stuck in this, whatever it is. Or maybe you have a really strong and demanding body with a mind that is actually lacking commitment to a larger purpose that you're really here on earth to fulfill. So these are the things that come up when we start to investigate the mind-body connection. These are the issues. So if you're wrestling with any of these, or you're just plain curious about how the mystical connection might be made more strongly, the sacred anatomy, energy medicine, mystical mind-body process I'm going to share with you today just might help. Cross your fingers. That's what we're doing. We're going there. Yeah, you got them crossed. I love it. So what's the magical thing? What's that mystical thing that makes the body sing when we're happy? And you know what makes us sad when we're sick? You know, how many of you just get sad when you're sick? Just like, I know, I mope around and sit on the couch and maybe eat chocolate. I don't know about you, but you're doing the exact opposite thing of what you should do when you're sick. But because you get sad, because that mind-body connection somehow has dropped, it pushes you into sort of infantile coping skills, doesn't it? Just pushes you down into it. So how can we influence that thing and maybe influence the course of our lives while we're at it? I mean, that's sort of the perk, isn't it? If you focus on that mind-body connection, maybe the mystical part of that will awaken and influence the course of your lives. So that's what we're up to today. So if you're scared, it's okay. I think I can promise that it'll be fun. And that's going to make it a lot easier to do. So, since the beginning of the human race, it seems these are the questions we all want to answer. We Homo sapiens have an innate need to understand what, why, and how. To explain something as simple as what it is that makes us happy or sad might actually be the very roots of religion and medicine. Even our earliest ancestors looked for herbs to soothe the anxious spirit and prayed to the gods, whoever they were, for relief from suffering. And we only need to look back thousands of years to ancient Egyptian tomb paintings to see how important ritual acts to please the gods were to them. If certain offerings and rites would assure the soul's journey into the afterlife, well, then spare no expense. They were going to build one heck of a tomb. So the desire to survive, to eat, sleep, procreate, became complicated through the centuries as we were no longer just surviving, but now attaining status. Owning a home with, instead of a nice dirt floor, we had a home with carpeting or linoleum or tile and beds for everyone. And even taking multiple spouses became very popular to assure ample progeny to carry on the search for meaning and understanding. And now we have this thing called, what is it called? Continual monogamy with multiple partners. People go from one to another. And there's a thing about it that is part of our culture now. So we really haven't changed too much, have we? We're still on the hunt for meaning. But what is it that translates the sensation and the lightheartedness of love into connection and floods the whole body? What is it? Science explains it as hormones and chemically driven impulses. But certainly cultural training and the expectation of finding your person, a love of your own, definitely has an impact, doesn't it? There's a kind of cultural pressure to look for that person, to find that person, to have that person, to be fulfilled by having that person. But isn't it really more mysterious, maybe even more spiritual? And maybe it's all of these, plus fairy dust and the blessings of the friendly gods and spirits. I mean, it could be that too. The ancestors may even get into it. If we ask the question, where does it start? If we break the sensate awareness down into the basics, we arrive at physical sensation that can't be named. So we're just taking the example of love. So it's a warmth in the heart, a burning in the loins. Some of you may remember that. We can all remember being hot and bothered, right? May not be a current experience, but we can remember back in the day, right? But it's mysterious, isn't it? It's a miracle. It's an astonishing event. And you just smile and smile and smile. And yet somehow it isn't until we have defined what's happening and then move to analyze it and make what's happening to you understood by your mind that you figure out, you kind of feel into through figuring out, oh, that's it, I'm in love. But at first when it's happening, it's just this like overwhelming physical tsunami. Constant, everything's rolling around in you. Now you can give the example here of anger, hatred, fury, horror. You can do that, but I'm choosing love today because I think that's what we need to focus on in our world. So I hope you're with me on the choice. But then there's the complexity of love. Okay, so even though you've now arrived at I'm in love. But then there's the complexity, not just the tsunami of hormone-soaked emotions that wake up inside of every single cell and drive you to do wild and crazy things you may have never done before, and you're shocked that you're doing them now. The poets say that love conquers all and that love is all you need, and they write sonnets and plays and songs and build castles to the sky in honor of this thing that stirs the mind and heats up the body and cracks open the heart, makes hay out of plants and fills our dreams with longing. But in the midst of this profound wave, I humbly suggest that there's more that's occurring that we might really need to think about. I suggest the mystical connection between mind and body and spirit is alive and kicking, especially in that very human moment of discovering love, not always with a partner, perhaps with a child, perhaps with a parent, perhaps with a very good friend. But it's there in every emotion, isn't it? That mind-body connection is there no matter what you're doing. And there's that body reaction and the mind expansion. But is it all? Is it enough for you? Do you want more? So tuning in to the part of the body that feels numb or disconnected to the rest of you can help. So we're going to look for places where you need to focus, where you need to maybe get activated and engaged again. Now, especially with COVID sweeping through the world, people had an experience of numbness that they hadn't had. Some people lost their taste and smell, and their sensate reality changed. But you can heal from that with time, right? But there's also ways that you can heal the spirit that is wounded. And you know what? The places where you're numb and where you're disconnected may actually not be where you think they are. So, here goes. Now, I'm going to ask you guys to stand up. And I'm going to ask Bobby to come in here and move the mic for me. I forgot to tell you before I was going to do this. Surprise! Okay, so everybody stand up. Hello. All right. So he's gonna move stuff. Okay, here we go. Here's the microphone. Great. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna shake out the body. So we're gonna go through the entire body, shaking it out. And it's important as you're going to notice where you can't shake out, like where it's stuck, okay? So let's start with the head. Shake out the head. Shake out your shoulders. Shake out your arms. Shake out your hands. Now shake out your whole torso. Shake out your hips. Oh, yeah. I love it. I actually really enjoy doing this. Now shake out your thighs. Shake out your knees. Shake out your legs, your feet. Shake it. And where are you not able to shake? See if you can go down your spine. Shake down your neck. Shake down all the upper spine. And shake down the center of the spine. Shake down the lower spine. Go into the pelvis. Shake it out. Ah. Okay. Whew. Didn't that feel good? So shaking it out can look like this too. Shake it out this way. Shake it out this way. Look up your knees. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it all out. Shake your legs back and forth. Your arms back and forth. Okay, I think you're sufficiently shook. Let's all sit down now. Okay, where could you not shake? when you're going through your body, was there a place that said, heck no, I'm not letting go. I like being just like this. So let's take 3 deep, deep breaths to calm the autonomic nervous system. So you're going to breathe all the way to the bottom of your pelvis, and then you're going to breathe into the middle of your body, and you're going to breathe in the same breath into the top of your lungs. So you're going to fill the whole torso up with the beautiful breath of life. So breathing in, middle and upper, and exhale. Yeah, breathe in again. Feel your ribs expanding. Your shoulders are going to lift. And then exhale. And one more big one. Breathe into your pelvis. To the middle of your body. Upper lungs, shoulders lifting, and exhaling. All right. So what we're doing is we're walking through. Where was it hard to breathe into? Where did you find, as you were breathing into your bottom and your middle and your top, where did you find it difficult to expand, to feel the breath there? Just make a note of that. Okay, now I'm going to take you on a little bit of a walk through your body. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to place your awareness there, wherever I'm talking about, and sense the powerful light of all creation filling every single part of your body. Now I'm going to move rather quickly because we don't want your brain to work too hard. So we're just going to go fill it, fill it, fill it right through. Okay. Take a nice deep breath again. And allow yourself to feel your feet. Feel your feet on the floor. Whatever position you're in, feel your feet. Feel the bottoms of your feet and your toes. Feel them filling with light all the way up to the top of your feet. And as you do, breathing in, feel that light going right up into your ankles, right up from your heels, from the tops of your feet, filling up your ankles with light. And as that light is filling up your ankles, it's giving you incredible stability. Breathing in and exhaling, feel the light going right up your calves, filling every single molecule, every single cell, every quark, every teeny weeny bit of who you are with light and creation, filling you with the light of living being energy. And as you breathe in, feel that light coming into your knees, filling up your knees and surrounding your knees, going into every part of your knees, back of your knees, the sides of your knees, the front of your knees, filled with light. Every part, all the bones and muscles and cartilage filled with light. Breathing in and exhaling, feel that light moving into your thighs, all the way up your thighs, filling your thighs with this beautiful, beautiful light. The light of love, the light of truth, the light of peace, all the way up to your hip sockets. And now breathing in and exhaling, feel that light move into your pelvis, into your hips, to your buttocks, into your sex organs. Feel it filling you all the way up. Feel it filling you up, right up to your waist. Feel it filling every part of your pelvic cavity. Your small intestine, your large intestine, your bladder, every part of your pelvis, your rectum, your private parts, filling you up completely. And as you fill up, come up to your waist and feel that diaphragm fill up with light and your stomach fill with light. Your pancreas, your gallbladder, your spleen and your kidneys, your liver, everybody filled with light. Take a breath in and feel it filling your bones with light, your rib cage with light, your muscles, your blood, every part of you. And now as you continue going up, 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 move into your lungs, filling your lungs with light all the way to the tippy top, and fill your heart with light, feeling that light expand. And now it's going to just rush up to your shoulders. The light is so powerful, it comes swooping down your arms to your elbows, filling your elbows and your forearms with light, your wrists, your hands and fingers, and every single part of your arms filled with light, from your underarms all the way down to the tips of your fingers, filled with light. And now the light is going up your throat, your trachea, your esophagus, all the way up into the tongue, every part of your throat, your thyroid. You're so solid and awake. The light is moving into your head now, into your brain, from the bottom of the brain all the way up. So you're going from the brain stem to the tippy top of the skull, filling it all with light. Your face is filled with light, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, and all of your skin is filled with light. So those unshakable parts of your body and the dark places are where you couldn't bring light, where you tried to bring light, but maybe light didn't want to go there. That's where your mind-body connection is dropped. And that's where the mystical part of you cannot flow. Movement and light are the keys for awakening the spirit within the cells of the body and the synapses of our brains. So let's go into the mystic. We're going to go ahead and part the veils. And as we are parting the veils, we can see the multicolored veils on either side parting, and there's this enormous white glow. And as they part, the angels, our ancestors who love us, and your highest expression of yourself, your four aspects, are there holding the veils open. And you're being welcomed by your guides, your guardians, your unseen teachers and healers, all the beings who are mystically designed, all the beings who are walking in an otherworldly kind of frequency, and all of them help you walk through the veils that keep us out of that mystical place, the veils that hold us back from experiencing something way deeper than only the physical body or only the mind. The empowerment of the mystic is extremely profound. So allow yourself to just call forth your mystical door. The door is a beautiful threshold, and there is a scene around the door with light emanating out from every crack. And as you approach this door, this is the door that the veils have parted, and this is the door to your deepest recesses of your own mystical life. It's right there. You've moved beyond the fears that have kept you from being at this place. You're supported. There's an angelic frequency around you. Light is filling you in every cell. And you're ready to see the door, to extend your hands, and to push open the door. To push it open. And look beyond the door into the realm beyond, the mystical realm beyond, and see the amazing light that's emanating in the distance. And this brilliant white gold light is it's so brilliant and beautiful. It makes you curious, and you feel pulled to go there. Your heart feels pulled. Your body feels pulled. Your spirit and your mind feels pulled. You are curious. You want to find out more about this. And you begin to walk toward that light. Now breathe very deeply. With all your helpers and your loved ones, your friends around you, you've gone through the mystical door. You've opened it for yourself. And now you must step onto the path before you. Go ahead and feel the mists parting in front of you, the light shining just a little way down your path. And keep walking toward the light. As you get closer and closer to the light, you'll see or feel a wise being, saintly being, a being with great wisdom. And you can see that they are actually emanating the light. It's coming right out of them. So go ahead and stand before this amazing being. And now slowly recognize their face, the energy of who they are, and just feel their light as it shines into you through your clothes, your skin. It goes right into your heart. Now feel the light in your organs. If you're missing an organ, simply fill the place where it used to be with the light organ. And we're going to start with the brain. Feel the light in your brain. Feel the light in your throat, in your thyroid, in your esophagus and trachea. Feel the light in your stomach, in your pancreas, in your liver, gallbladder. Feel the light in your kidneys and your spleen, in your small intestine, your large intestine, your rectum, bladder, your uterus, the omentum that holds all these internal organs, all the glands. Feel them filled with light from this amazing being. Your pineal and pituitary deep in your brain, the hypothalamus, the thyroid, the parathyroid, the thymus and your adrenals, the suprarenal, ovaries or testes, and now your lymph and the interstitium, the fluid body that carries so much light. Now your blood, your skin, your hair, your muscles, your joints, your skeletal structure. And now you have lit up your body with this otherworldly light. And you're bringing the mystical power of your own soul into the equation. You're bringing it present. And there you are, standing in front of this radiant being. I want you to take another look at that face. Who is this radiant being really? I would invite you to see this radiant being as yourself. And to hold out your arms and embrace this radiant being, bringing it into yourself. Now to welcome this amazing mystical presence, I want you to say out loud, I welcome you, mystical presence, to my physical body. I embrace you with my mind and my heart. And I am so happy to become more spiritually aligned with the mystical part of my whole being. And we're going to repeat that again because it needs to really sink in. I welcome you, mystical presence, to my physical body. I embrace you with my mind and my heart. I am happy to become more spiritually aligned. With the mystical part of my whole being. Now take a very deep whole body breath. Slowly open your eyes, leaving the door into your mystical interior open, leaving the mystical presence in place within you. And now I'm just bringing in universal love and light to surround you, to soothe you. I'm bringing in the energy of integration for each of you, soothing you, integrating this experience into your life. And now the energy of blending, so you can actually accept the shift, that you are attuned to this more mystical part of yourself. And I ask you to take a nice deep breath. Accept for yourself just the possibility that you are in alignment with your mystical beingness. And another deep breath, that you are in alignment with your body and your mind. And one more big alignment, the possibility that your heart is open to all of it. Now let's go ahead and stabilize everybody. The green light of stabilization, bringing in a little more integration and a little bit of blending. Okay, everybody take a sip of water. Take a nice sip of water. Feel yourself returning now to the now, but you're filled with light. None of it's going away. Whew. I'm going to invite you guys to have a little bit of either Q&A or sharing, whatever is up for you. If you want to ask a question, if you just want to share about something that went on, I would love to hear. So just raise your hand and we'll put you in the room here to share. Would love to hear your experiences. Thank you so much for participating in that meditation. Okay. Leila, go ahead. Unmute, sweetie. Unmute so we can hear your pretty voice.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. I had set my intention today to reconnect with my home planet and my energy. And while we were doing this, and this first it came up a blue angel bringing through the light. And then it was like, that's not an angel. And I was trying to see, who is that? And then when you talked about allow yourself to know and to see that it's you, it's an aspect of you. And then I felt a rush. I was like, oh, that's me from my home planet. And I was just, oh, I still feel it. It's just like, finally, I can connect to that aspect of myself.
Wow.
Yes. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome. And that was a very beautiful share. Thank you, darling. Thank you for sharing. It was beautiful to hear. I'm sure everyone appreciated that. Does anyone else want to share a little bit about their experience? Or you can ask a question. It's all good. What was it like for you? We had a share already from, I think, Charmdong says, I was crying and yawning the whole time. The whole body felt very relaxed, and then I felt an electric current on the right side of my chest from my neck to my face, which was numb. Very magical. So that's exciting. Thank you for sharing that, Chamdong. That was really, really nice. All the way from China to share. Anybody else want to just speak to what their experience was? What was it like for you to feel all that light in your physical body? Janice, 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 and then Hosanna. Yeah, come off your mute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, well, I've been having this numbness in my feet for a long time, and I'm trying to figure out what it is and where it comes from. And the doctor said, oh, it's probably genetic and there's nothing you can do about it, and it's getting worse. And what it feels like to me is that I'm not like on my path. It's like my feet aren't going where they're supposed to be going. And so I was just wondering if I was hoping this would help some. And also, when you said, who is it? I didn't get a face, and I thought, oh, well, it's just one of my guides and I don't know who it is. And then when you asked the second time, I went, before you said it, I said, oh, that's me. So I did recognize myself before you even said that. And I went, oh, that's really interesting. So I don't know, what's your take on like the foot thing?
It's always whenever your feet are wonky, whatever they're doing, it's always about understanding. So really, really grasping and understanding the way that the world is unfolding. And and what you're saying about not being on your path, I mean, there's probably some truth to that. And it's this kind of you've lost your footing, you've lost your sense of connection. So I know you're a runner. You've many years been a runner. But I would urge you to slow down and be a walker for a while and just really connect. Let your feet fall on the path really consciously, almost a walking meditation. And that may help you come to grips with what's going on with your feet, and there may be some physical cause, but it's also important to remember that we have this enormous spiritual dynamic that's always active and involved. So, yeah. Hello, light. Beautiful.
It doesn't feel to me like it's a physical cause. It feels to me like it's something else, because the physical part to me doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that would be happening, but
Right. Well, I love the fact that you're looking at the spiritual part of, your life path. That's really powerful. It's important. And I love that you saw yourself right away, too. I really love that. Hosanna, you wanted to share a little something.
Hi. So I wanted to acknowledge that the different layers of me, the mind, body, spirit, did so much enjoy that opportunity to get with the light. And I did recognize it. I thought, oh, it's going to be me, right? That's what I thought. And then said it was us or me. But I do want to acknowledge that I'm so happy it happened today on the eclipse, because I brought all this light back in where I was focusing so much on the sun getting dark, and this balanced it out for me in my energy field and in my body, my sacred anatomy. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you
Oh
for this
man.
opportunity
Thank
and
you,
this lesson
sweetie.
today.
And it is a good day to do it. This was a good day for a meditation. Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Hosanna. Christine Edda, I don't know if I'm going to say your name correctly, but I think it's Edisoki, had something that she put into the chat. And she says, I saw a vision of a face with a golden light mixed with orange. I sent intention out to solar eclipse that I want to be ascension to higher vibration from this day forward. Okay, I'm down with that. Also have all my senses be more heightened. Ooh, yeah, love it. And Ruth says, lovely meditation. Thank you, love and light. All right. Well, this is just wonderful to be here with you. And I have to say, we're coming to the end of our time together. It went so fast, just zoomed right by. Just goes to show you when you alter time and space, you really can get a lot more done. All right, let's take a nice deep breath and go ahead and allow the field to close. And thank all of your unseen guides and helpers, the angels, the ancestors. Thank whoever came to support you today. Thank them all. I'm just going to go ahead and bring in some harmonizing frequencies. And integration. And blending. And everybody take a nice deep breath, accepting just the possibility that you're okay. You're connected. And another deep breath, accepting just the possibility that you're long and tall and strong. Breathe into your heart and feel all that love that's radiating to you from every part of the universe. And now surrounding you with the green light of stabilization and calling on all the directions, all 8 directions, blessing you with all of the universal consciousness and beauty. Thank you for joining me today for Practical Spirituality's April installment, The Mind-Body Connection. And I want to thank the Sacred Anatomy team, Bobby, Gish, Kimmy, and Cheryl. So until next time, thanks for joining me, and please stay and listen to Cheryl, who has some very important information for you that she wants to share. I love you guys. Thank you for being with me. I hope I see you again in the next class. Much love and blessings abounding. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Desda, and thank you all for coming today to enjoy this wonderful, deep exploration. And I want to invite you, if you have never seen Desda's book, or you don't have your own copy of this encyclopedic life work, Your Sacred Anatomy, An Owner's Guide to the Human Energy Structure, it's available on Amazon. And this book, from the first time I saw it, I knew Desda was offering something very different from the other energy healing books I had seen. The pictures that she has are brilliant in day-glow colors of what your soul actually looks like, and the pages are a transmission that will help you wake up your soul and change how you see yourself. And also know the book includes practices you can do on yourself. So pick up a copy and see the difference it can make. Now, The end of our series, Practical Spirituality, is on May 13th at 4 p.m. So please join us. And drum roll, please, there's a new summer series we're starting. It's called Anatomy Fridays. And mark your calendar real quick, June 14th, July 19th, and August 16th at 10 a.m. Pacific. This is an opportunity to ask Desda anything you want to know about the sacred anatomy. She's done these classes live in the past, and she's doing it again now in an online format. This is a really great way to learn more with Desda. They're kind of freewheeling classes and explorations, and it's always a fun time to explore whatever is up in the moment. So watch the website for more information about how to register, and for more information about Sacred Anatomy classes, you can go to our website, which is yoursacredanatomy.com. So thank you for coming and enjoying enhancing your body-mind connection. We'll see you again in May. Bye for now.